Well, here we go again. This is me, Marion. And as I finish up my morning's teaching, um, I had some thoughts playing through my mind because you see, this morning I taught several children who don't experience our holiday tradition of dressing up and cosplay, as they call it, as characters in storybooks or as spooky characters, which some people like to do here. I tend to focus more on the storybook characters and the fun. Um, Trying to explain this unusual American holiday to them and explain how we have children carry buckets of candy and they say trick or treat was unusual this morning because it's a very foreign holiday for many. And for many people, it is, well, offensive. If it has a religious connotation, some people love Halloween. So, what's good for one isn't always good for all, and that's okay. And trying to explain that in another language that made me stop and think. That has great implications on what I'm trying to explain to my friends when I try to tell them that ONPASSIVE is a way to find a better future. And it's the choice I am making. And I fully realize that it may not be for everyone. But I do believe once ONPASSIVE opens to the world, it will be something everyone is going to want on board. Just like these little Chinese children are so excited to see what a jack-o'-lantern is and see how it lights up their faces. I know there will be many faces being lit up to see what a treat ONPASSIVE can be to them. Because you see, the word treat has many meanings. It doesn't mean necessarily candy. Now, does it? Those of us who speak English know that when you treat someone for something, it means you give them something that they appreciate and they value. But it also means to give medical attention or care, to try to heal or cure. Well, I like that word in relation to ONPASSIVE. I think ONPASSIVE is going to treat and cure many of our internet issues we have with teaching, with banking, with keeping our families afloat in very difficult times where socializing and face-to-face sales for people who do direct sales are difficult. And for teachers who, let me tell you, are struggling with Zoom. I just watched a family I adore on YouTube just totally trash the teachers that were trying to educate their children because they didn't do everything they thought they should do the way they thought they should do it, without realizing that the teachers' platforms they were given to teach on were very limiting, and they had very little training to manage these difficult platforms. They aren't user-friendly. It's asking teachers to do something that they've never been trained to do on a platform that essentially asks them to speak another language within a few weeks. And I know many will disagree with me, but as a teacher who is struggling to teach nonverbal students on Zoom and keep them engaged while also keeping a classroom of other nonverbal children engaged, I realize I think I've met my match. I am looking for ONPASSIVE to help treat my woes and help make life easier for both me and for them, and for the many other students and teachers out there who are struggling, and the families who are struggling with finding teachers to teach what they want their children to learn. This family was so upset that the teacher was not providing the information that they wanted her to provide in the way they wanted her to provide it. Well, once we are on our platform for Academy and ONPASSIVE, parents will be able to choose the teachers who are willing to present the information in the ways they want it presented. Problem solved. I think it will give medical care or attention to heal and cure these woes. Now, how about the trick part? You know, I tried explaining this morning what a trick is. Well, I can show what a magic trick is. Make a card appear, or, better yet, pop something on the screen that they didn't know was going to appear. It's a clever way of doing something. Now, I know ONPASSIVE has many tricks up its sleeve, but they are not the tricks that I see people questioning. I see people questioning, is it a Ponzi scheme? Is this for real? They're just trying to sucker you into something. There's no product. It's going to fail. No, I can assure you that is not the case. If it was, I deserve to be duped. And I've been duped a few times. But I like to say I'm a fairly good judge of character after my years of doing things. And more so, I'm a judge of someone following through with what they say they're going to do. Now, in the time that I've been with ONPASSIVE, I have seen no tricks. I have heard that ONPASSIVE will launch without a definitive date given yet because they want things to be correct. Now, if I were given an opportunity to teach a lesson by a certain date and have everything 100% correct, yes, I could probably do it. I'm feeling a little silly trying to wing it here today based on just a few thoughts that crossed my mind while I was teaching, but I figured, why not? But when you're doing something as important as launching a digital platform to help solve issues with things like finances, I want to make sure everything is right on the money. To use an idiom, I want it correct. I want to see our platform for ONPASSIVE launch with flying colors and be the perfect platform that it has been described to be and that I have seen glimpses of. I have. And believe me, you want to become a founder so that you can see this. It is not the fiction that people who are not founders have not figured out yet. It is not a trick in the sense of doing something deceiving. It is a clever or particular way of doing something that will disrupt what we are currently familiar with. I sincerely hope that you learn more about ONPASSIVE. Check out some of the most recent videos. There's a video I caught just a little bit of during a break by Dr. Bill Williams. It was awesome, talking about the year 2025 and what life will be like for those of us who hopped on board and saw the trick and the treat in ONPASSIVE. we are going to see some amazing things go down the road. And the end of the road on passive is going to bring us many, many new ways of doing things and change our lives for the better. I hope you jump on with us. Please check out the links below. Ask for more information. If anything, sign up as a pending founder. You don't have to pay a thing. And leave your name and number into the information so that you can hear more about ONPASSIVE when it launches, and you can be a reseller of the software. You can be one of the first to use it and check it out for free. Yes, for free. You'll be able to check it out for free. So give it a look. I promise it'll be worth your time, and you're going to enjoy both the trick and the treat. Bye.